Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back to the channel and a match review of FC Barcelona's 4-2 win over Atletico Madrid. And I just have to start off by saying, holy smokes, was that Barcelona I just watched? Seriously though, I came into this match expecting a draw, as you can see from the match preview that I put out, and simply because I still thought, well, anyway, my reasoning is that Barcelona just lacked a cutting edge looking at their past few fixtures, and I just have to say that couldn't be further from what transpired on Sunday evening, as Barcelona found a way to put four goals past Yano Black. And I don't know if Atleti have considered more goals than that in a game this season. And sure, there are some people who will be out there saying, well, this was a terrible performance by Atletico de Madrid and that and this. But yeah, it was terrible, but was it so bad that you concede 4 goals just because it was terrible? It had to do as well with Barcelona's quality in those final third areas. And I'll have to say, 2 of the goals especially were just very low percentage shots that went in. I'm looking at Jordi Alba and Gavi. But you know what? Barcelona got those goals, and the win now puts them in 4th position, which is something they have not been able to do for a very, very long time. Well, I'm just going to do this match review a bit differently. I'm not going to break it down the way that I usually do, or maybe just a few things I'm going to keep. I'm definitely going to tell you my man of the match from this, and I'm going to talk about the team performance. And that's really what I'm going to focus on right now, flashing the starting 11s from both sides here and whatnot. And it was generally what we expected to see from Barca, with maybe Aubameyang not starting. Instead, we saw a front three of Ferran Torres, Adama Traore, and Gavi. Anywho, the performance from Barcelona today was just completely different. Now, a lot of it I think also had to do with that home crowd just getting behind them. Barca haven't played a home game since December, that win against Elche, and seeing them back in front of that Camp Nou crowd today, it was just absolutely spectacular. The passing was crisp, the movement was sharp and quick, and of course Atletico Madrid did take the lead against the run of play, and a goal which I thought really Marc-Andre ter Stegen should have been saving that shot. But anyway, once it went in, there was something different today. I wasn't thinking, oh no, here we go again, Barcelona going to choke, blah blah blah. I just sat there and I thought, you know what, the matches against Bilbao and Real Madrid both started with Bilbao and Real Madrid scoring first, and in fact Bilbao pretty early, and on both occasions Barcelona found a way to get back in the match. And so I was definitely confident that, you know what, we will find a way. And like I had predicted, this wasn't going to be a match where Barca was not going to score, though I was expecting more like a high scoring draw. But anyway, Barcelona got back into the game not long after that. Dani Alves picking out Jordi Alba, and Jordi Alba's finish is just I can't do justice describing it. I could flash pictures of it, but just go and look it up if you haven't seen it. That was probably goal of the season. Barcelona then really just took charge of that match. I think up until the Dani Alves sending off, which came later on in the second half, Barca just dominated Atletico Madrid, scoring 3 goals before halftime. We saw Gavi, of course, and Ronald Araujo getting the goals. And I have to say that I am still partially concerned with the fact that 3 of the 4 goals were scored by defenders today. But then, you know what, you have to appreciate a good result when you get one, and hopefully we can see more coming from our forwards. Ferran Torres had a few good chances of his own, but he just couldn't really strike the ball as well as you would have wanted. And I just have to say here, what a performance by Adama Traore. Off the back of this game, it's definitely possible that Ousmane Dembele never plays for Barcelona again, because Adama was actually doing the things that we want Dembele to do, aside from scoring, of course. The things that we want to see Dembele do when he's on the wing, when he's on the ball for Barcelona. Definitely Dembele is more creative, but he's also less protective of the ball, and that's something that Adama Traore did over and over again. He protected the ball well, he moved it well, he made the right runs, timed them right, put in a wonderful cross as well for Gavi's goal. And all around, this was a great performance by Barca. The only players here I could pick out and say, they didn't really do justice were Sergio Busquets and Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Ter Stegen just looked like a bundle of nerves. He couldn't even hold the ball, he was always punching it. And Busquets, I'm not sure what exactly happened, but his passing was just off. He would either put too much power in the pass, or he'd play a predictable pass or he'd mistime his pass completely, which is something you're not used to seeing from him. But thankfully Atletico Madrid today just weren't sharp in those midfield areas. I think having Thomas Lemar playing out wide, worrying about Adama Traore, helped Barcelona very much here because they didn't have his pace and his incisive passing to take advantage of Busquets' loose passing today. But otherwise, this was a brilliant performance by Barcelona, and my man of the match for this one, I'm just going to have to go with Dani Alves. Honestly speaking, yes, he got sent off, and you're sure, you could say that was violent conduct. Shouldn't be rewarding someone who engaged in violent conduct. But look, first of all, I think it's pretty stupid that when the player is offside, the officials wait for like 10 years before they blow the whistle. If the whistle had been blown immediately Suarez got on the ball, then none of what would have happened after that would have actually happened. Carrasco wouldn't have gone chasing the ball. Alves wouldn't have bothered to chase him. None of that would have happened. I wonder what they're going to do if one day a player gets injured because they didn't blow the whistle when they should have because it was offside. Anywho, all of that just to say, Dani Alves is still my man of the match. I think that red card didn't move the needle much. He was just ridiculous today. It's hard to believe he's 38 with the performance that he put out. Someone pointed out that he's 21 years older than Gavi. That's crazy. But look at the energy levels that he had. Look at his understanding of the game. The assist for Jordi Alba, the goal that he himself scored, that was actually the Messi goal. I was saying this to somebody. You know how Messi would play the ball out wide to like Jordi Alba or Neymar back then, and he would make the run into the center of the box, and then the cutback would fall to him and he'd just place it into like the bottom corner. That's exactly what Dani Alves did here. Gavi with the cutback, Alves unmarked in the box after Ferran Torres, had a bit of an air shot. Wonderful finish, and without a doubt, Dani Alves is my man of the match. So, what does this mean for Barca? This means some very, very good things, I think. Of course, like we pointed out already, Barca are in the top 4. And I think more than anything, it gives this Barcelona team the belief that they can be in the driver's seat in matches and see them out. Because you know what? Barca played 30 minutes thereabouts of this game down a man. Atleti were pushing them, and Atletico Madrid barely created a goal-scoring opportunity in that time, and Barcelona just did the professional job of seeing out a match. And if they can do this more often, because we know that this is a team that will score, there are definitely enough goal scorers in the ranks of this team. Once they get those goals, they just now need to learn how to see out a match. And with that being the case, definitely top 4 is possible. I think I've said all season long that there's just too much talent in this team to not be able to make the top 4. And right now that still stands, and of course it's not going to be easy. We've still got difficult matches against Bilbao and away at Valencia coming up. It's not an easy place to go. And of course we still have those returns against Villarreal, and of course the Bernabeu, where we still have to go. And the biggest one of all of them, I think, is the visit to Real Betis. We still have to go to the Villamarin, and it's not going to be easy at any of those venues. But I do think that now at least this team understands not only that they can take the lead, but that they can keep the lead. They can see out a match, and that's what this match is important for. Barca might not play as well as they did here again, just simply because the players who were critical to this performance, you can't exactly expect them to be consistent on a daily basis. Alves, Alba, those guys are old, so they're going to have picks and troughs all along the season. Gavi, all these guys, Pedri, they're still young, can't expect them to always be consistent. Adama Traore as well, we don't really know if this was just like that boost from playing in front of the home crowd or if this is him for the rest of the season. So yeah, there's still so many variables for Barcelona, but I can say though, this is definitely an important win because of what it does for the Barcelona players mentally. And now you're listening to the things Xavi has been telling you, saying we are Barcelona, we should be winning games, and you're thinking, you know what, we can actually win these games. So yeah, that's that for me, guys. That's my match review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who is your man of the match? Please do let me know. And thank you once again for tuning in, and I'll see you again in the preview for the Espanyol match, or maybe sooner than that, because I still haven't yet uploaded my video reviewing Barcelona's transfer window, so do keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much, have a wonderful day, and Forza Barca.